It's just different.
Hello, is it me you're looking for? Hey everybody, it is Janet Evolving. I am your hostess, Natasha.
And I'm your host, Christian.
Look in the camera, Natasha. Yep.
Mm-hmm. It's okay.
How's it going, friend?
It's going, friend. It's going. I'm here.
That's all it ever really is.
Listen,
Like,
I always say everything ain't got no choice but to work the fuck out. So
exactly. That's how I'm feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So, this week we're talking about being delusional.
Mm-hmm.
Your delusion is showing.
Yes, I like it.
I feel like you're the one that taught me more about being delusional and
yeah.
just being like, yeah, this is what
deal.
it is. This is what it's gonna be.
No matter how small it is, it's a big deal. And I want you, but I want everybody around me to start being happier for the things that they have on the scale that they have it on, because no matter what, it's a big scale, right? If we look at it from a self-validation aspect, you've accomplished what you set out to accomplish. That is a very big thing. That means that you stayed disciplined, persistent, consistent, and constant in everything that it is that you said you were going to do. But if we do it in comparison, right, because even though that's the thief of joy, sometimes it does help.
Yeah.
There are people out here doing way worse than you, right? Or wanting to be in the space that you're in. That's also a very big deal.
Yes.
You know? So I need for the people around me to be happier for their successes, because that's how you get to the places that you're in. No, I'm not on tour with fucking Nyala Van Zant. However, I don't want to be on tour with that. You know, like that's never been a goal of mine. But to be on tour has been a goal of mine.
Yes.
And I've been on, we've had 9 stops on the tour. We'll have 10, we'll have one more. I've been to New York, Chicago, DC, and now Houston. And I joined the tour April of this year.
Oh, wow.
So that's a big thing. I went from only speaking in Maryland to now speaking in 4 different states. Well, DC's a state. It's not a state. It's like a terrace. Anyway, it's still being able to do that is a big thing, because there are people who can't get out of their fucking living room with their speaking engagements. But I've also set out for that to be a goal of mine, to be able to speak in other states. I've done what I've set out to do. I'm very proud of myself for that. I need for my friends and my family to also get on board about their things. Your
delusion has got you far.
Very far.
We should all see how far it's gotten you. Like, that's the comparison part.
Yes.
We should see that it has helped you
in
get
big
to where
ways.
You want to be. So we need to be there too.
Yes.
I feel like I'm getting there a little bit.
Oh yeah,
like,
for sure.
Inch by inch.
For sure. You're doing a lot better than some other people in positions that we're also in. It's a thing. It's a thing, you know? And I need for people to be delusional healthily.
Yes.
I don't want it to get so far past them that they overextend, which they've done. And trying to reel people back in after that, because you love them and you want to help them and you like it's important. Some people just, it's a learning curve.
So, with being delusional, have you had any humbling moments?
Oh, 100%. You set out to do something and it don't turn out the way that you want to. I've thrown events and like 2 people have come. You know, when you spend all this fucking money and people don't show up the way that you expect for them to. I think humbling for me just means that I set my expectations higher than my ability to actually execute. And I believe that when I do that, when I set myself up for that, a lot of the time it's because I was impulsive behind whatever it is that I was working on, right? So rushing events, or being like, I have to do something within this set of time, or, you know, like needing to fill in gaps in my calendar when I could just be sitting still, you know?
I was about to say, is that why you're like, I need to plan this out and have this?
I'm very meticulous now. Yeah. Because I'm past the stage of my life, whether it be my delusion or just the truth. I'm past the stage of my life where only 1 or 2 people are showing up for events. You know, like I've sold out events by myself alongside other people who are way further in this game than I am. I've been a crucial part of things getting done. I'm way past that now. And I just refuse to settle. So in that, I know it takes proper planning.
You're like, I have evidence to back up the fact that this delusion is...
I'm justified in my delusion. And as long as I feel justified in it, I know that I'm not overextending myself.
That's when it's healthy.
Yeah.
What about you? Like, I have these things backing me up.
Yep. What about you with any of this?
I don't know. With being delusional, like, I've told you, like, my goals, like, certain goals. I'm like, in 2 years, it's going to be up and stuck. But this year is going to be the mapping it out and actually executing things to help me see that I can actually do these things, like where you are right now.
Yeah.
So, I don't really feel like I've ever been humbled by my delusion. Like, I mean, I guess sometimes I expect a lot out of myself and I may fall short, but it's not really me being like humbled by it. It's just me being like, I did expect a lot out of myself in that. Like, I wasn't realistic with my delusion. I was just like pushing myself. I think the burnout part,
I think people who place themselves in positions to not be humble are one of two types of people. Like you're stating, like I'm going to work within my abilities, like what I'm able to do, so that maybe it's not as intimidating. Like I'm not sure why people do it. That's not my business. But I think oftentimes people are in one or two spaces. I'm not going to set my expectation too high because I know that there's an inability, or I'm not going to set myself too high, my standards too high, because I'm not sure of my ability. And I am okay with the people who are not sure. I'm not okay with the people who under-deliver on purpose.
I feel like I'm not sure person because I don't want to get to that point where I'm burning out all the time. Yeah. So I'm just like, I don't think that I'm not sure of my abilities to show up in this aspect. Yeah. But that kind of turns it around and makes me feel like I'm underperforming.
I can see how that could happen, but I don't think that you have ever put yourself in a position of complacence, like being complacent because you're afraid. I think that you have placed yourself in a space of pacing yourself. Like, you are way better now with realizing when you're slowing down. You have a very great self-awareness for being like, I can see my efforts slowing down, but I'm not giving up, right? Like, I know that this is because maybe I need to take a break, or maybe I have something else that I need to prioritize right now. I respect that. I don't respect people that are like, this is too fucking hard. I'm not doing this. Like, because I don't get that. I don't get how you can get to I understand because I was that person. But when you talk to me, right, there are people who come to me. There are people who come to you and say, I got all these great ideas, I got all these things. And then you tell them, like, okay, well, then it's going to need this. Oh, that's too fucking hard. I'm not doing that. Are you going to hire somebody to do it? I ain't got the money to do it. So you're going to do it. No, I'm not going to do it.
So
then you don't want
not
it.
Getting done.
Faith without work. You are fully delusional about this happening, but you think a motherfucker going to knock on your door and just offer it to you. That's not how that works. That's the level of delusion that I think is dangerous. Yeah. Right? Because you become lazy.
Yes.
Fuck procrastination. You just become lazy. Like, it'll come one day. It's just not, it might not be today, but if I think about it real hard, real fucking hard, it's just they will knock on my door. You're not built like that.
The IRS is going to come knocking on your door. Stop playing.
Because you ain't paid a bill.
Why?
You just in this bitch.
Why did you think that's how that worked? You ain't even having no auto pay, bro.
Or the people who try once and then never do it again. Or the people who make the one TikTok and they be like, all right, that's going to go viral. And they'll go viral. They're like, this is too hard.
No, keep going.
But you don't need the viral moments. You need consistency.
Yes.
You need delusion alongside consistency. Like being consistent. You need, they the only two things, I promise y'all. That's the only two fucking things you need. Delusion and consistency. Because like faith is under the delusion part. Work is under the consistency. You see, like you just need them two, and everything that's categorized under them two, and then you're gonna be good. But you can't just keep making the one fucking Instagram post and be like, my business gonna go up. You made one fuck. Nobody even knows you exist yet.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. And I think that's where a lot of people are. I think, because I've talked to people that are delusional and working, and then I've talked to people that are delusional and they're not doing shit. And it's very tough sometimes because I'm like, okay, what are you doing? I'm thinking about it real hard.
That's not healthy.
But what are you doing? Thinking. Get the fuck out my face. Like, I get so...
The only healthy way to go about it is to work with it.
That's what I'm saying. Some people are just lazy. Some people are just downright lazy. They're not even afraid to fail. They just are not fucking lazy. I mean, they're not fucking working.
I don't get that. That's kind of like the people that are just like, this is going to upset somebody. Just pray about it. Just pray about it. God going to work it out. All the time. You said that 15 years ago. You still dealing with the same BS. I think you need to do a little bit more.
Then just pray. Pay your tithes and offerings.
Letting them people still.
And now it's a generational curse for the next motherfucker to pick up. Because y'all ain't fixed it that time. Because all y'all keep doing is passing down the idea of prayer. But the Bible says faith without work is dead. That's where that's where we coined the term. Like,
he told you got to put in the work.
He told Noah.
He didn't.
Oh, child.
It's not just prayer is not the work that he was talking about. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe they're just like, well, he's telling me to come to him. That's not the work he meant.
But that's a lack of comprehension. That's you only utilizing the word to benefit your lack of work.
Exactly.
The Bible has multiple fucking stories of people who had the delusion and the fucking faith and the fucking work. Daniel in the lion's den. This motherfucker was in a lion's den. He knew that he was due to survive. He knew that he had the materials in order to do it. But he also had to be diligent in the work that he had to sit still and meditate. Jonah with the motherfucking whale. Noah with the motherfucking ark. God said, bitch, build this big ass boat, get to it. Every motherfucking animal, get all your motherfucking family and ride up in that bitch. Don't tell nobody you building this motherfucking ark. If somebody asks you what you doing, you tell them about the ark. But if somebody don't ask you, don't say shit.
Right.
Diligently, that man motherfucking worked. The motherfucking flood came, all them animals, all his fucking family, all the motherfuckers survived. Everybody who wasn't meant to survive didn't survive. Faith without work. It bothers me so fucking much with that just pray on it shit. Because it don't fucking work. And then you got 6 generations of kids, of people with the same fucking problem. That's why the family don't never had no fucking money.
A man was finna kill his own son.
Girl.
Because that was the work that he had to do. God said, wait. No, you killed that sheep over there, actually. I was just playing.
Which also brings me to the fact that motherfucker up there got a really weird sense of humor. He be drinking. You can't tell me. The God from the Bible, because they say it's a he. My God is a woman. So we not talking about her. The God from that Bible right there has a drinking problem. Kill your son right before you do it. Hold on. Scratch that. We're going to rewrite it. Go get the sheep. Because that's fucked up. My bad, yo. My bad. That's how it comes off. Like, that's how I comprehend it. So it's just, the Bible is just such a very odd, so it's like a Netflix series. Just like a drunk white man just bossing people around. But in the Bible, tell him I'm black. But make the picture with me with long hair and blue eyes.
That's his son.
And let the whites oversee it.
And let people think that I'm talking to myself in the woods. And that I'm 3 people. I'm a trinity. I'm not one person.
But if they bring up...
That's schizophrenia.
But if they bring up that part, anybody else try to bring that up, stop them in their tracks because they're wrong. That's blasphemy.
Yeah, no. I could never.
I'm one man.
And I sent my son down.
And then
after I just put the baby in
the woman.
Don't worry about how it happened.
No. And
I didn't materialize.
33 years from now, I'm gonna just hang him at the stakes. Fuck it. Him and some prisoners. Well, what did he do? I don't know. It's fucking Tuesday.
Did he do what the prisoners did? No, he didn't do anything.
No, he was actually a really good kid. I just need him back up here for
water
something.
Into wine, walked on water, turned a couple of fish and loaves of bread into an abundant amount. How did we get here?
Sorry. It's that motherfucking delusion. 4:44. It's 4:44.
It says stop. It says stop. Right.
Jesus.
So, why is delusion healthy? Did
Because
we get on that? Or no?
I mean, because it gets you places.
Yeah.
That's how you move.
That's true.
Delusion helps you move.
You do need a little bit of delusion, because how are you going to move forward if you don't have an idea of where you're going?
If it doesn't look like anything, and I had to learn that, if it doesn't look like anything, I have nothing to look forward to. So I need
something. I'm a very visual person.
I need that. Because sometimes that's why I can't accomplish anything, because I don't know, like, what I needed you to make that presentation, because I did not know what a speaking event looked like for me specifically, because I'm so busy helping other people facilitate
and
things.
I realized that. So I was just like, I'm going to do this for you.
Which assisted in a level of delusion for me, because now I can put something together.
Yeah.
It's that faith and work situation. I had the full faith that this shit was going to work out.
I just didn't know how. These are a part of the steps that you're building in between the beginning and ending.
And having a team of
like,
people.
I don't know how to get to the end.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, these are like about 5 steps. You got 20 more to go.
And now I can like see a team of people. Yes. I can see, not just me. I don't feel the same, level of stress, or it's just, it feels like a weight has finally been lifted. I think that was the main
issue. Because you felt like you would have to do it alone.
I have control issues.
I mean, that's fine. You can have control over the project. I'm just here to assist you with it.
And see, that's the thing.
I'm not here to take over the shit.
I've never had assistance. I've had...
In general.
Yeah. It's always just been like, whatever you need me to do. And it's like, okay, I need you to... Okay, well, how do I do this? Why the fuck would you ask me for your help? So why the fuck would you ask to help me if you didn't know how you could help?
No, I know how to do stuff.
And that's why... Girl.
I'm not hopeless. The importance of faith and work. We already talked about that.
We had a whole scripture, the whole sermon and Bible. Amen. Wowing. A motherfucking man.
How has delusion played a role in your recent success?
If I didn't think I could do it, I would not have done it.
Yeah.
And I know what I'm capable of. You will never see me probably try my hand at some shit I don't feel like I would be good at. So like writing a journal. I've written poetry, I've written stories, I've helped other people write books and edit and transcripts. I can write a fucking book, so I did. Having a merch line. I did it for the previous podcast. I can do that now. Like, you know how to work your creativities, right? And if you can picture it, you can make it a thing.
Yeah. If
it's not my thought, then I haven't done it. You see what I'm saying? So, like, my level of delusion is just these little movies and shit that be going on in my head. And I'm like, all right, well, that needs a physical thing, in order to happen. That needs this in order to manifest that. So, I just let my ADHD do what it do. And I get jiggy with it. That's just what it is. And in that, I'm successful. Because I think there's also a level of delusion in your confidence, right? So, in everything that it is that I do, I don't... And I'm trying to get other people to realize this too. I don't make announcements like, hey guys, I'm just letting you guys know, like, I have this thing going on.
No.
It's like, hey, I got these hoodies, or I'm wearing them and I'm posting about them, and they're vibrant, they're big. I'm consistently putting them in people's faces. I'm sending them, places. I'm talking about it openly. You have to be confident in what it is that you're talking about too, because you did it. I do this. Yeah. And nobody knows about it until I share it. I don't have a, like a PR team or marketing team that's pushing this shit to other people. So the level of delusion that I have to have coming into a room is that, one, you don't know about it, but you want to know about it. You have to treat yourself like the main character. Everybody that's in this room right now is interested in something that you have to offer them. Walk in, get to know that person for a second, and then offer them something. And that gets me to where I am. That's how I build community. That's how I network. I walk into a room and I know that I'm due to be there, right? Because there's usually an invitation. I'm a projector. Like, that's my, like life, whatever it's called. So I wait for invitations to things. So I know that I'm due to be in this space. You invited me to be here. This is
so I'm going to treat it like,
and that's exactly,
this is the space that I'm supposed to be in.
Everything that I attend is an opportunity.
I feel like that's why I added self-confidence, like building self-confidence on the list that we made. Because, like, I feel like I can get to that point. I'm like a manifesting generator. So, like, I'm able to do all things. Like,
You really can,
Like,
though.
I could literally be like, call up a bank and be like, I need $10,000 and sound convincing enough for them to give it to me and not know what the fuck I needed it for. I just don't have that confidence. So I'm getting there.
And once you get there, it's up and it's stuck.
Up and it's stuck.
Once you do it one time, you become so addicted to the rush that it gives you that you just keep working at it.
That's kind of...
It's just got to work out for you one time. Yeah. It's only got to work out for you one time before you ever want to do it again. But don't make the first time the highest expectation. Oh, yeah, no. Sell your first hoodie. Sell your first book. Mm-hmm. Sell your first incense. Yeah. You know, call your first bank, whatever. Yeah. And when they get on the phone, it might be rejection, you know, it might be a certain level of rejection in it, right? But as long as it's the end all be all, is what you wanted it to be, it happened. Now, finesse that, tweak that so that it works the way you intend for it to work the next time around. Consistency is what gets you places. Delusion and consistency. Mm-hmm. Faith and works. That's it.
Did you have anything else to say about delusion?
Be delusional. Just be delusional.
Yeah, basically.
That's it. Just be delusional.
I know I didn't really say it played on any of the successes. I just feel like
I was waiting for you, and that's why I was like, I'm gonna let her cook.
It's like little things, like I'll realize that I don't have to worry about something the way that I used to, and I'm just like, oh.
No, and that's a big thing, though.
It is a big thing. It's like, it's a little thing in my life, but it was at one point a big thing, and that was like so small that I'm just like, oh, I'm really not worrying about that anymore.
But celebrate it.
That's true. You do tell me to celebrate everything.
Celebrate it. Everything deserves a celebration. I don't give a fuck. Everything deserves a celebration. I paid all my bills on time this month, buying a bottle of champagne. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Because it's in the budget.
It's not, fuck, even if it wasn't. I just paid all my fucking bills off.
True, I got a little bit of money.
I want to reward myself. Like,
treat yourself. I am the queen of doing that.
And I want the level of delusion that you have started to have since this project has started, since you started to really hone in on the things that you're doing. In the time that I've known you, because it's not like you haven't been doing this. In the time that I've known you, I've watched you strengthen, and you continuously strengthen these habits and these tools. I want you to get delusional. I want you to get down the rabbit hole and obsess about it so that the confidence brews, because you know that in order to get there becomes this yearning in your solar plexus when you start to, like, it happens in like your solar plexus and your sacral chakra, because you'll start to want something so fucking bad that your pussy get wet. Like it starts throbbing at the idea of being successful. You're turned on more by yourself. And it ain't shit you wearing. It's you actively being that bitch. Because, like, I know that once it clicks for you, because it's clicking. But it's like when your car fucked up and you waiting for the starter to, like, really hit. When that bitch turn on,
you be like, whoo,
you going to take off. Yeah. And I'm so excited for that for you. That I'm just like, keep fucking click. Put your foot on the thing. Now, crick it a little bit to the left. Like, what do we have to do? What do we have to do? And I know that a lot of that for me is my, not anxiety, but like my excitement for you. And I know that everything for you is just like a process and a path. So like,
I feel like your excitement helps a lot. Yeah. Because I'm just like, I'm not the only one geared up to see this. Like, somebody else is there. Yes. In like the audience, like, it's like the little car.
Yes.
Cars. Yes.
Like, lightning McQueen.
Yes. Like, that's who you are for me. And I be needing that. I really be needing that.
And I need you to need that, because I'm not going to stop. I'm not.
I know.
I'm not going to stop. Because I believe in everything that you want.
I know you do.
I be like, fuck, go, do it.
Sometimes I be like, She's sure about that?
Yes! Like, I've never been so sure on my fucking life. Even if it don't fucking work, we're going to tweak it. It's going to work. Come on. Like, that's how... And I know that it's a process. So I'm like, don't rush her. But it's like, text her. Remind her.
Sometimes I be stuck on certain parts. Like, what do I do next?
Yeah.
And that's why I take those, like, mini breaks. Because I need that excitement that you have for me. I need that to bubble up in me, too. I'm just like, all right, what's the next step? Like we were talking about earlier, like, there's nothing that you're looking forward to now. Like, that's why you stopped. Yep. And I'm like, I'm getting that, like, okay, this is the next move. I'm excited again. Like, yeah. That's why it's a process. Because I'm just like, I need the next thing to be excited about. Because if I do all the things, I don't want to just be sitting here like, I did it.
Yeah, but you have recent successes. Yeah. And I don't think that too much delusion went into that, because I think you were very realistic about those goals. And I think that although to you they may be small, they're still really big things, right? Yeah. Because it's something that you're also healing spiritually. A lot of what you're doing now is very personal, right? Yeah. It's very spiritual. So you're on a spiritual journey. Yeah. I'm on like a career path, you know? So I think while it's one and the same, again, it's us on those sides of the spectrum. Yeah.
It works.
But you're doing it, and I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I love you.
I love you.
Somebody gonna be like, that was so gay.
Gay!
I am. Yes. Thank you. All right, these topics. The hell? What is
when
this?
The victim is the real villain.
What is this?
I was watching a show called The Fall of the House of Usher. I'm not gonna go into it. It's on Netflix.
That show that you were telling me about.
And the way that the show goes, you feel very sorry for the main character in a lot of ways. But when it finally like all plays out in the end, it's like, motherfucker, this is your fault. You did this to you. All of this shit happened because of you. And you're not the only one to blame, but it's because of the decisions that you made. It affected everybody else around you. But now you want the fucking pity party because all the karma's coming back to bite you in your ass at one time. And it just got me to thinking, like, sometimes it's not that deep, because like people were dying around this man. It's not that deep for some people, but for some people it's like you go broke, or you lose friendships, or you lose out on things, and you want to be like, woe is me, but it's your fucking fault. And it got me to thinking about the times where I was like, oh, woe is me, but in all actuality it's like, girl, this is because of you. This is because of your actions. This is why you and so don't talk no more. This is why, y'all fell out or whatever. You play a role in things, right? So while things did happen to you, things also happened because of you. And it got me, again, the two had nothing to do with one another, but I was high when I was watching it. And I started going, just like in the spiritual thought process. And I was like, sometimes it really do be my fucking fault. Yeah. But like, all my family's not going to die because of it,
We have to acknowledge that sometimes. Like, we're not always the most innocent people in a situation. Or, like you said, we played a small part. Like, you don't truly understand until you, like, start looking back and being like, damn, like, that might have been the reason why this person did this. Because I was acting like a...
Absolutely. I have started to do that thing in my, I don't want to say healing, and just like being a grown ass woman, I have learned to start taking accountability for when things are my fault, and not that type of like, yeah, I fucked up. No, what did you do? Because my mouth is slick, right? Sometimes I just be saying shit or just doing shit impulsively because I'm emotional. And I know me. And I know that sometimes shit don't gotta be as big as I've made it before. So before I address something, right? Because maybe something is bothering me again. Let me check myself and let me check how I've handled this in the past and what I've lost in the past, or what have I gained from this.
What did I learn?
So that I don't do this shit again. Because here I am right back in the same situation.
It's going to keep being a cycle
until you learn from it. And that's why I'm like, the reason why it's happening to me is because of me. So let me fix this. And I don't know if it's their whole turning 30, the light bulb go off, you more mature shit. But I will say, like, I've been checking myself at the fucking door before I've been acting on a lot of shit now. Because this shit is too much. Like, challenges in life when they don't have to be, I don't want to do this shit no more. I'm not interested.
I just feel like an old soul because I feel like I've been doing that for a long time, but in like a very, not in the best way, like in a very people pleasy way. Like, what did I do in this situation to make them treat me like this or do this to me? When in all reality, like, on the other side of that, sometimes you ain't do shit, and that's just a reflection of that how much that person cannot show up for you, or how much that person needs to work on themselves. Like, I'm not gonna say that I never did anything, but it's just like sometimes it's really not me. Like, sometimes I just be sitting there and it's just like, so you just decided to do that shit? Like, I don't understand.
But maybe because you didn't have a boundary or you didn't have a conversation.
That's what made me go through that. And it's just like, so that's what I needed in those situations. Like, I needed to set boundaries. I needed to be able to speak up for myself. Instead of just being so slacking. I don't know. Is
it really slacking though? I don't think it's
slacking on myself. Like, just like allowing people to do whatever.
That lack of self-care.
Yes. Yeah. So, sometimes that's the issue.
I feels that.
When the weight of the world gets too heavy, I get offline. No guilt, no nothing. No guilt, no nothing.
All this shit that's going on in the world right now, just like everything. I don't give a fuck about Krishan Rock. I don't give a fuck about Blueface. I don't give a fuck about any of this shit. I don't like what's going on in other countries. I don't like none of this shit. When this shit start getting too heavy for me, I get off the fucking internet. I'm not making no post about it. I don't want to talk about it, nothing. And I don't feel guilty. I don't feel shame. Because I'm starting to see, and this is specifically as a content creator, I am so fucking tired of seeing people say, these influencers should be making videos about what's happening in other places and
when it has nothing to do with you and that's not your burden to bear.
Not just that, some people don't fucking care. And you can't make people care about the things that you care about. And I think that that's unfair. I completely understand advocating. I completely understand advocacy and philanthropy and caring about things. But some people are not built like that. No. And trying to convince them makes the shit worse because now you have somebody not well versed in something, right? Speaking on something that they have no business, pushing it to the masses because people actually listen to this stupid ass shit.
Everybody's ignorant.
So and then you want that same person who didn't even have interest in it before to now find an interest in educating themselves. You are not out here to change every fucking body. That's not your job. Stay in your fucking lane. You make the videos about it. Stop calling to action all these fucking people. Let people act in their let them stay in their lane. I'm so fucking sick of it. I'm gonna make a video about it when I feel a certain type of way about it, but I should not feel guilt or for not doing it.
Not doing a lot.
Or when you see people posting about, love, dating, and relationships, and you're like, I'm so tired of seeing it, and they like, but like you're about spirituality and healing. Yeah, and a part of that is minding my fucking business. And knowing that, one, I'm engaged, so none of this shit has anything to do with me. 2, I wouldn't settle for half of the shit that these women do. 3, I wouldn't settle for half of the shit that these men do. And 4, none of this shit has anything to do with me. So I just get offline. It will take all the social media off of my phone, whatever. I don't want to see it. I don't care, right? Like, while I care, I don't care enough to be so deep in it that I become obsessed with it. I have to protect me and my feelings. You have to understand that certain people don't give a fuck. I don't appreciate that those people don't give a fuck, but that's not for me to change. Stay the fuck in your lane. That's just how I feel. And it's irritating to me.
I feel like with everything going on in this time, that's what really made me realize that I was like, oh shit, it's time for my sabbatical. Because I'm like, why am I seeing... It's cold outside and I'm just scrolling. Like, it's time for me to go. Like, I've been doing this for like 5 years now. Just when I just take a break. Like, I usually try to do it twice a year, but like at the end of the year, not because of the holidays and like I'm sad about people being with their family and I'm in my situation. That's not even the case. Like, I could care less. Like, oh, you're happy. Like, that's what I like seeing anyway. it's the fact that it's a lot going on, and I catch myself being so absorbed in it, and I start getting anxious. Yeah. And I start getting feeling the low vibrational feelings behind everything. I'm just like, this is not my time to be. It's so like, it's such a lowly feeling. It's just like I'm stuck in this trance of,
and people stay there. There are people who eat, sleep, and breathe social media. They can't put their fucking phones down.
And I hate it. I hate it for them. I hate it for them
when
so
my
much.
phone tells me that I've been online or been on my phone for like 10 hours at a time, I have to account for everything that I'm doing on my phone.
I've been ignoring the little screen time thing. I usually have it so I'm not on there so much. Yeah. I've been ignoring it. I'm just like, no. Not just because it's the weekend, but like I be like, damn, like I've been on here for more than 3 hours. Like I try to keep it. Nope. Yeah. I'm just like
aimlessly scrolling. Yep. And I know it's that hibernation, like type of thing, but I also feel like this is the time where I need to be more productive. Like, don't just wait for the summertime to be up and at 'em. I need to be more productive, and this is the time of year where things usually slow down. I'm not the person that needs to slow down. I don't need to slow down, because if I slow down, I'm gonna stop.
It's not really even just like a slowdown. It's a rebuild and restructure too. Yeah. Like, okay, the trees don't have leaves on them, but their roots are getting stronger. The bears and all the animals are hibernating so that their bodies can like repair themselves and get ready for, their bodies. They get heavier coats so that they can deal with these type of things. And I wish as humans we could do the same. Like, just chill the fuck out for a little bit.
I need my hibernation to be going to the gym so I could like shake my ass all summer. Like, that's my hibernation.
That was my expectations last year, and I'm like usually around this time, because like I've been letting myself slack, and usually around this year I'm like, damn, I really didn't do the shit that I planned on doing. But this time I'm just like, there is something in me that's just like, so you want to be sitting here again?
Like that man on the commercial. You sitting at home on your couch.
Yes.
Call what? Like, that's kind of how it feels right now. It feels like I want to stop. I want to, go into this little hibernation. But there's a part of this that's like really little flame in me that's like, get the fuck up.
That is a part of the hibernation. Yeah, it's just for sure. Your type of hibernation. Like, everybody's shit don't look the same.
I need to become more disciplined with getting up early in the morning and going to the gym, because I know I don't have the time in the afternoon now. Yeah. I need to just get the fuck up. I've been doing way better with it because I'm still going like twice a week, but it's becoming more of a challenge. Like, I'm getting up and I'm like, fuck, I could just lay right here.
I feel like with this break, since with the school system, it's just like, it's gonna help me do that. Yeah. Because I'll be home tomorrow. Yeah. Not tomorrow, Tuesday. So
I just need to get my fucking life together.
It be like that. Girl. God bless the woman with
no self-respect. You said that. And it just...
Oh.
Yeah. It made me think, like, y'all really out here letting these niggas talk to y'all crazy. Could not be me.
Those are the women that, like, be praying with no work. I wish he would treat me right.
That's the episode, y'all.
I wish he would treat me right. God, please let him love me.
God, what do I have to do to keep this man?
Self-respect.
God, this the one, God.
Open your motherfucking eyes.
This the one. God, send me a good man, God. One that will uphold and uplift me, but be leaving out the part where, God, show me the way to be a good woman to a good man. God, because you could even go, God, send me a man that's gonna put up with my shit exactly how I am.
But how you growing in it?
Some of them don't care. I would rather you be specific in that prayer than to keep setting yourself up to fail in these fucking relationships. You're the problem.
You're not only harming yourself, you're harming the people that you're in a relationship with.
So if you're not going to have no self-respect, either have no self-respect by yourself or find you somebody that's okay with you not respecting yourself and being willing to put up with that. Because they exist.
Because that's not good for him either. it's bad to think like, wow, that man is like disrespecting that woman. Like, what
But
was
she's
her?
accepting that.
But
she's accepting
you're
that.
only gonna receive what you accept. And if you keep letting that nigga play in your face, he gonna keep playing in your motherfucking face
all day long. All day fucking long.
until you decide to get the bowl of grits.
Or just leave. My absolute favorite, just true. Fucking leave. People be so hell-bent on keeping their material possessions.
Nobody
that can
cares,
be replaced.
Bruh.
I don't give a fuck. I will leave a nigga in the house that he pays no bills in and go get me another. And let him have to deal with the backlash that comes from that. I'm so fucking petty. I will go down to that rental office and take my name off that fucking lease. You have to love yourself more than any fucking partner you will ever have. Because if you don't, you will become wrapped up in your motherfucking relationship and lose yourself. So much so to the point where in the event you ever lost that partner, you would lose you entirely. I will never be that motherfucking woman. Ever. Ever.
I had to learn that.
To be so fucking down in the dumps.
Enamored.
The dick ain't never been that good. The dick been good enough to distract me, but it ain't never been that fucking good to deter me. Never. Oh, no. My self-respect.
It wasn't even like I was being outwardly disrespected, like dogged on, but it was more so like, where's the self-respect that I have for myself? Like, you know, you can receive more than this. Like, not that they were like physically hurting me or anything, but there was something mental going on.
Yeah.
And it was just like you don't love yourself more.
But the fact that you asked yourself that question is a clear indication that you knew something was up.
True.
Some people ask themselves that question.
A while.
I understand it taking a while. I don't understand when it just don't happen. I don't understand. And I know the crazy part about it is I know that type of shit exists, right? Because people make plays about it. Like, it's an ongoing, it's a narrative. It's a lifestyle that's lived. Couldn't be me.
Yeah.
Could not be me. That's embarrassing. And I would hope that anybody that's in that situation find the strength in order to get out of it. But baby, if you gonna choose to be a victim, I can't help you.
The therapy helped a lot. I think that's one of the main things when you have somebody else. It's always that sense of community, whether it's your friends, which half of y'all don't be listening to. So then it's the medical professional that's sitting here telling you, you do not have to deal with this.
Yep.
You are worthy and deserving of love, respect,
a totally unbiased individual who don't know anything about the situation other than what you're telling them. So they know.
Why are you sitting in this? You're sitting in your own shit. Yep. You're sitting in somebody else's shit.
Yep. On top of your own shit. Yep. Just co-mingling.
Piss and shit.
Co-mingling the scents and shit.
You're not gonna wipe that off. You're not gonna get up.
You're not gonna get in the tub. No. Just rather be dirty.
Not even in the tub. You're not gonna
rinse it off. Some people would just rather be dirty.
Nasty.
I don't get it. And I'm one of those people where you can't come and tell me about it either. Don't tell me about that man.
I'm tired of it now.
Don't tell me about that man. I don't want to hear it. If you ain't gonna leave him, I don't want to hear it. If you're not gonna leave him, I don't want to hear it.
If that's, especially when that's all you have to do, say about them is all the negative things.
I don't want to hear it.
Stop telling me the negative shit that you have to say about this person, and then trying to slide a little positive thing. I ain't heard that shit
in so long. I only want to hear the positive.
All this shit that you just said dominates that one little positive thing that they did. You should have a list of positive things and one little smidget of negative, or maybe a couple of things, because we're imperfect humans.
But if the cons outweigh the pros of your relationship, why are you in it? Why are you in it, girl?
Because their cons outweigh their pros. They're not working on.
And some people just like to sit in their shit with somebody else. Some people just really want somebody so they can sit in their shit with company. And I don't. I don't ever want to be miserable.
I don't like it.
I don't like feeling like that. And my lows don't even be that low. Compared to other people's, and again, not comparing, but understanding that other situations exist. I don't even let it get that far. So to know that it gets further than that, I would be terrified to be in that fucking space. I don't know what I would do down there. And I know that needing to be empowered in order to get out of that is very important. But when you're not listening to the people that are trying to empower you, it's something way deeper. Why don't you feel worthy enough to be out of that? Seek help. That's some shit you got to seek help with. That call me if you need somebody to talk to shit, and we can work on it together. But I got to see some progression and some growth behind that. You got to.
We doing check-ins.
You know,
mental health check-ins too. Cause
you done lost your rabbit ass motherfucking mind, letting somebody play with you like that. Not just men, but work. You feel me? In life, you don't send the food back. No, what the fuck? What the fuck? You just letting people tell you what the fuck you gonna accept.
The Nile is a river in
Egypt. And I ain't never been.
And you need to stop going there. It's salty.
Which is why your motherfucking blood pressure is so high dealing with the bullshit. Like, girl. That's my piece of advice. Get your motherfucking mind right. That's my advice for the week. Get your motherfucking mind right. Because somebody needs to hear it. And you're going to stumble across this the minute you need to get your motherfucking mind right.
Take it as a sign.
A omen. This is your angel number. 444. Get your motherfucking mind right.
That's when we started. 444.
Get your motherfucking mind right.
Please.
That's the affirmation for the week.
For your mental sanity.
Mm-hmm.
Because you gonna be out here running butt naked off some crack. Fucking with that person.
Fucking with that man. fucking with that man. That man. Because there's some dick out here that'll make you dumb as hell. Fucking with the men. Men are the problem. They the problem. They is the problem. Because the dick be attached to the man. The dick ain't the problem. It's that man. It's that man behind that dick, girl. Don't do it.
Or the woman.
Now, I've never seen it, but I've heard horror stories.
I've heard it too, and I don't like that.
Don't you let that warm pocket of puss piss you off like that. Don't you let her do it. Because them, they be moving fast. I told you. I said when women get into lesbian relationships, I know because I used to be in one. You be ready to get married in 3 fucking days. You be like, bitch, I love you. We gonna be together forever.
Lesbian. Oh shit.
Baby, I was down at that bitch house every day. I love you.
Yeah.
And be loopy as hell off a pocket of puss.
I don't even know why we broke up. For real. I think she cheated on me. I don't know.
These bitches ain't shit.
But hoes and tricks.
You know it. Yo. This has been another episode. Listen. Thank y'all for tuning in this week.
Yeah, so much.
We love and fuck with y'all.
We
truly do. This has been one of them weeks, one of them days. Y'all have pissed us off.
God bless them.
Mm-hmm. I'm Christian.
I'm Natasha.
We'll see y'all next week. Bye. Get off my fucking phone. That's how I feel. Get off my motherfucking phone.